Really talking about empowering citizens.
It is very, very difficult for citizens to get involved or to even take on councils, for instance.
How much power do the people have? Because that's the essence of democracy.
And city managers and members, they've got too much power and no accountability.
In fact, most of the work that we do, myself and Tommy and all the other councillors, is absolute bull.
If you want to know how to try and reform local government in your area, keep watching.
Especially in the forum, we've said we're going to try to improve local government and to improve citizens' participation.
On May 14, 2011, close to 40 people turned up on a Saturday to see about improving the level of citizen participation in local government.
We don't have a sense of citizenship. So how are you going to, as well, change the consciousness of people at large so that we feel, yes, I am a citizen.
What you said is absolutely spot on. I think what you've just said is absolutely spot on. I mean, what you've just said about education, absolutely spot on.
Have any procedures worked for getting more women involved in local government and in national government?
Is everybody entitled to be involved, or is it something which we're going to look at like a citizens' jury where a certain group are selected?
We have to respect everyone from top to bottom, and only with that I think we can improve the country.
To what extent are citizens, given increased influence and control within the decision-making process? For example, can we put something on the agenda?
They spent 1 full hour discussing what are the strengths, weaknesses and challenges of local government. The group also looked at, or the citizens also looked at, how they can increase citizen participation and to come up with specific ideas on how this could be achieved.
What kind of local government would you like to see?
We'd like to see freer access to information and information being shared more. We'd like there to be provision of a framework to encompass social, economic and community elements of society, and restorative justice for politicians, plus system reform.
You might be wondering why the Mayor of Nenagh, Councillor Seamus Morris, said that a lot of his work is
absolute bull, because we should not be asking questions for people. We are only getting people their own rights. People often say to me, thank you, Seamus, or I look after you. My God Almighty, I'm getting people their own rights. People should be able to get those answers themselves. In fact, we're wasting time getting people their own rights. But unfortunately, the way the system, and I have to say, this republic was set up in the wrong way. It was set up for the right ideas, but it was set up for everyone in this country to defer to someone else. And that is what has us where we are now. And I tell you, we are in trouble as a society if we don't do something about it too. And the only people that can do it are the citizens of this country.
The allocation of public goods. I mean, that's at the crux of this.
The greatest education, for example, of black people in the United States was the civil rights movement, to show that out on the streets you could challenge the power of entrenched values.
In North Tipperary, they're not out in the streets, but they have some right good ideas for how local authorities could do it better for their citizens.
It's also thought that, for instance, when council meetings are there was hardly anybody turning up to the public gallery, and it was thought if they were made more inviting, perhaps a coffee evening, or in other ways using electronic media, for instance, a web feed of the council debate to be online so that people could see what was happening. And that's basically everything I think I've covered. Okay, thanks.
There is a proposal that the feedback and the specific recommendations, etc., that we would bring those to both Nenagh Urban District Council and Tipperary North County Council.
The Irish society has been unduly deferential.
We left the last word there for Dr. Clodagh Harris from University College Cork. Where did the Citizens Forum come from? Basically, 5 people in Nenagh were concerned enough to get themselves together. They held 3 meetings, pulled a bit of funding from the local development company called North Tipperary Leader Partnership, and there you go. They're affecting real change in how the local authorities deal with their citizens and how they allow them to participate in their local democracy. It all fits in under Goal 4 of the Local Community Development Programme, whereby local development companies are tasked with getting people from local communities involved in decision making, tasked with formulating policy at local level and in helping local people to push for the best that their communities deserve. This video was produced by Changing Ireland, the national magazine of the Local and Community Development Programme. You can find us online at changingireland.ie. We're also on Facebook, and check out our blog for daily news.